Okay, so I had a pretty good day, but I ended up having a really bad night. Um, First of all, I want to say that I have a really bad habit of retreating into myself when I get really upset. When I'm pissed off is a different thing. I turn into psycho bitch and everybody knows it. I want everybody to know it. But when I'm hurting, I tend not to reach out. And those of you who have known me for more than 7 years know that when in extreme tragedy, I just decide not to deal with it. I go on through, do a bunch of things that make me feel better. So with that said, first of all, we have been over our heads financially for quite a while. There's, if we pay all the bills and the rent and everything, then we won't have enough to eat. So each month we have to shuffle around bills trying to figure out what we're going to pay with this paycheck and which one we're going to pay with the next paycheck, so nothing gets shut off. And I haven't worked in 4 years. And my husband makes a decent amount of money, more money than a lot of people do, but we've been living a bit out of our means. So we have to be out of this house that we've lived in for the last year in 2 weeks. We do not have another place 100% lined up. We have one that we hope we got, but we don't know. The point is we can't afford $1,200 in rent a month anymore. We never really could. And electricity for a $1,200 a month house is about $360 a month. And that doesn't include food and cable and cell phones and internet. Anyway, so tonight my car was repoed, and the worst part about that is we only owed $250 on it, and they repoed it, so now we're going to have to pay like a $350 repo fee, and we just don't have it. We really just don't have it. And I'm not asking for help from anybody. I'm just trying to get it out so I don't hold it in. I was crying earlier, and now it feels like there's a vice wrapped around my ribs, and I have a really bad headache. And I know that when I do get very upset and I cry, then I'm usually a really injured unit the next day. It really sucks. I was hoping that this would make me feel a little better, getting it off my chest, but I don't feel any better. I feel like I'm just stating facts, not getting any information out. I don't know what it's going to take. My husband feels absolutely horrible about this, and so do I. I know that it's not easy for him. He's in Texas. He left this morning, and he's got to get 10 text messages and 20 phone calls and 2 emails from me. When the car was repoed, he didn't have his phone on him, so I couldn't reach him. And I was pretty upset about that. Luckily, the kids are in bed. I don't know how we're supposed to afford Lyme disease treatments and freaking $130 doctor visits that are 2.5 hours away We can't even afford to keep a roof over our head or wheels in the driveway. I can't go to work. I've been fighting my husband for quite a long time about me going back to work. He keeps telling me that it's not feasible. What if I have an episode at work? Because I've had episodes around the house where it's usually when I stand up really quick, all of a sudden everything goes black and I just fall right over. I forced my body to fall over. I haven't like passed out. As soon as everything goes black, I drop, so I land on my butt, so I can at least have control over it. I feel like it's going to happen, but I think I've only actually gone down, not to my planning, once. Pretty sure it's only happened once. So I know I couldn't work. I barely trust myself home alone with my daughter when Nick's out of town. Luckily my dad lives 12 miles away and comes just about every day. I'm screaming inside, and I know it doesn't seem like it. I've got so many things going, so many different directions, and I have 2 little kids that I'm supposed to be taking care of, that I'm supposed to be protecting. And I don't even know if Torin's going to be able to get to her dance class tomorrow. I'm not really good with this kind of stuff.